Today's bread is Luke 1, verse 80, and it says, "And the child grew and waxed strong in spirit, and was in the desert till the day of his showing unto Israel." And that's talking about John the Baptist, who had the purpose of preparing the way for Jesus Christ, the Messiah. And before his time of prominence, where he was going to be shown to Israel, he had the time of obscurity where he grew and waxed strong in spirit in order for him to fulfill this purpose which he would later fulfill in life. And something similar I said about Jesus in Luke 2 verse 40, which says, "And the child grew and waxed strong in spirit, filled with wisdom, and the grace of God was upon him." So before Jesus was shown to the world for his time of prominence, where he did miracles, performed signs and wonders and different things, as we all know, he had a time of obscurity where he wasn't known by a lot of people in the world. That's where he waxed strong in spirit and he grew. And that's also the time where he was filled with wisdom and the grace of God was upon him. And it says in Luke 2:52, it says, "And Jesus increased in wisdom and stature and in favor with God and man." This was all during the time of obscurity. And that time of obscurity is the secret place where we take root in God. That's the place where we wax strong in spirit. And that's underground where life actually begins. It's where we do all those things that we'll do when we are shown to the world. Because that's where we go through training for our purpose in life. And this could be seen in Luke 2:46 to 47, life of Jesus, where it says, "And it came to pass that after 3 days, they found him in the temple, sitting in the midst of the doctors, both hearing them and asking them questions. And all that heard him were astonished at his understanding and answer." So in Luke 2:40, he was filled with wisdom. And here in Luke 2, verse 47, it says, "And all that heard him were astonished at his understanding and answer." So the teachings he even did when he became prominent, he spoke some of those things like we see here during these times, and the people that heard him thought that he was wise. That's the same way when he became prominent, people heard him, thought that he was wise, especially from the way he spoke and taught. And he was doing his purpose here, but he was learning also and going through training too. And that's the place of obscurity. And when he entered into prominence, he had been doing this for years, so it was kind of, something he had mastered. And that's really what it is. So beyond the burial, there's a resurrection where we are shown to the world as his representatives of his great name, because it's all for his name's sake. And we have to go through that time of obscurity where we go through training before the time of prominence when we're shown to the world to represent his great name and as kingdom ambassadors.